Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your brand new YouTuber friend here, Romelio. And you might be asking, who is this guy? Well, let me tell you a little something about myself. I'm just a simple man who loves sharing my life experiences. I hope to inspire and maybe help others get motivated in life, while also reminding us to appreciate the little things in life. I tend to speak my mind and share my thoughts and opinions. Although sometimes my filter takes a day off. But hey, no offense intended. We're all friends here, alright? So, grab a seat, get comfy, and let's talk. Because I had quite a journey growing from the Philippines with very little to moving to the US and seeing a completely different world. Those early years shaped me on who I am today, teaching me the value of gratitude, resourcefulness, and making the most of what you have. So in this video, I want to take you back to my childhood, a time when having less did not mean being less happy. In fact, it taught me some of the most important lessons in life that I still carry with me today. Growing up in the Philippines, we did not have much. No fancy toys, no new clothes every month, and definitely no endless supplies of snacks from the fridge. If I wanted something nice, like a new pair of shoes or a toy, I had to wait. Birthdays, Christmas, those were the only times I get something new. If you ever had to wear the same shoes until they begged for retirement, when you only get new shoes or clothes once or twice a year, you don't just wear them, you protect them like they were made of gold. I remember getting my first nice pair of shoes, and instead of running, it was supposed to be a running shoes, and I did not run with them. I walked like stepping on clouds, real careful, slow, avoiding possible dirt, and if somebody accidentally stepped on them, kaboom! Nah, I'm kidding. It's instant heartbreak. You'd see me standing there inspecting for damage like a detective, you know? And let me tell you about my clothes. Those clothes, backpacks, school supplies, I treated them like they were treasures. If something tore, we did not throw them away. Nope, we fixed it. And if you were lucky, your mom or grandma would pull out the legendary sewing kit. Somehow, after they stitch it, those clothes would be stronger than before. It was like a Filipino mom had secret engineering degrees in sewing. What the fuck? What? Anyways, remember those toys? We may not have the latest toys or gadgets, but we had something better. Our imagination. And flip-flops, lots of flip-flops. One of my favorite games was called Tumbang Preso. What? It's pretty much a game where we'd take turns throwing our slippers towards an empty can, and then the goal is to knock it over. It was like playing bowling, but with more running and a whole lot of arguing. And if you lost your slippers during the game, well, good luck explaining that to your mom. How about basketball? Let's talk about basketball. That's like the national sport in the Philippines. Anyways, we made it work. No fancy basketball court? Not a problem. We found us a strong tree, nailed the board onto it, and then hang a metal rebar ring. That would be our Madison Square Garden. We dribbled on dirt, dodged rocks, and played like we were in the NBA. And let me tell you, shooting on the hoop that's leaning slightly on the left builds real skills. Trust me. Anyways, so I moved to the US. And wow, everything was different. People had so much stuff. The first time I saw someone replace the perfectly working TV just because a newer version came out, man, I was shocked. Back home, we didn't replace things, we repaired them. And if our TV had static, we'd have our youngest sibling twist the antenna endlessly. And when the picture finally came back up, we'd have them hold it still. Right, sis? I'm just kidding, I love you. And the clothes. People had clothes, full of clothes. Meanwhile, back home, I had about 5 shirts in rotations. I'm talking about holes in the armpit area, and you bet we made it last. Seeing so much abundance here in the States made me realize something. When people have too much, they start caring less. Things becomes disposable. A little stain on a shirt, throw them away. A tiny scratch on a phone, time for upgrade. It was total opposite on how I grew up. Realizing what truly matters, that's when I realized happiness isn't just about having more. It's about appreciating more. Growing up with less didn't make me feel poor. It made me feel grateful. Because the value isn't just in things we own, it's in the memories we create with them. Like the joy of finally getting a toy you've been wishing for all year round, or the fun of playing basketball on a hoop nailed on a tree, or the feeling of wearing a new shirt and treating it like it's made of diamond. Those moments, they stick with you. So, here's a challenge to you. Take a moment today to appreciate what you already have, the things you own, the memories you made, the people around you. Those things are the real treasures. But beyond that, let's also take a moment to appreciate different cultures and perspective. Moving here in the US opened my eyes to a whole new way of life. It made me realize that no matter where we came from, whether it's a small town in the Philippines or a big city in the US, we are all have something valuable to learn from each other. Some of us grew up with less, but learned to make the most out of it. And some of us grew up with abundance, but may not have had to think twice about it. But I tell you what, neither experiences are wrong, just different. That's it, it's just different. And we need to take the time to understand each other's background. We don't just learn new things, we grow, we connect. We build with the world that's little more compassionate. So wherever you are, whatever your story, embrace it, appreciate it. And if you ever find yourself in a conversation with someone from a different culture, listen, because every culture carries wisdom, every experience has value, and every person has a story worth hearing. And if you ever get a chance to play Tumbang Preso, do it. Just hold on to your flip-flops. Anyways, thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, how about hit that like button or simply drop me a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. Let's keep appreciating the little things, one thing at a time. See you in the next video.